Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is July the 13th, 2025. We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of shows. We got AEW All In, we got WWE Saturday's Main Event, we got NXT's Great American Bash. But ladies and gentlemen, first we're going to talk about AEW All In. I did not watch any of this. I saw little clips, I saw the returns, I saw a singer debuts. But that's it I saw. And we got the winners too. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. We have the pre-show matches. We had the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes, Marshall Von Erich, and Ross Von Erich, and Sammy Guevara with Kevin Von Erich. They would be versus Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty, Carly Bravo, and Captain Sean Dean with Anthony Ogo and Trish Adora. And the winner of that match was the Sons of Texas, getting the win. Good job for them. We have Big Boom AJ and those guys, Kyle O'Reilly, Hologram, and Ishii, with Big Justice and the Rizzler defeated Don Callis family, that luchador guy, Hachimo, Lance Archer, Rocky Romero, and Trent Barreta. Another 8-man tag team match. The winner of that match was the Big Boom AJ and his team. And then we have FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood, who historically defeated the Outrunners, True Magnum, and Turbo Floyd. We already knew that was going to happen. I already knew that was going to happen. We have the Ops defending their Trios Championships. We got Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Samoa Joe versus Death Rogers, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and now Game Kid. I guess he's part of the Death Rogers now. And the winner of that match, and still your Trios champions, is the Ops. And then we have the Casino Battle Royal. The only person that I know that made his return was Juice Robinson. He looked weird. He had no beard, and he was wearing a tank top and pants. He did not look like his normal self. I don't know what it is. And the Guns made the return to help Juice Robinson. The winner of that match and getting a future shot of the AEW World Championship because he won this Casino Battle Royal is going to be MJF. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we heard that on the pre-show, Adam Cole cannot defend his title against Kyle Fletcher because of an injury. So, he has to vacate the title. It looks like he was about to retire because his speech sounds like he's going to retire. So, Tony Khan made a fatal 4-way match for the Vacate TNT Championship. And the people that will be in it is Dustin Rhodes, Daniel Garcia, Kyle Fletcher, and Sammy Guevara. And the winner of that match, the man that's holding 2 belts already, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles, the Ring of Honor 6-man Tag Team titles, Dustin Rhodes wins the TNT title. It's good, but since when Mr. Dustin Rhodes turned into a belt collector? I don't know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this match, Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay against the Young Bucks, has a lot of stipulation. Remember, if Young Bucks loses, they're no longer the EVPs. But if Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay lose, they can get a shot of the world title for a year. So the next All In, they can't go for the title. Or, if you want to say July 12th, next year's July 12th, they're not out getting another shot of the World Championship. We have Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. The winner of that match was Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay. No more EVPs. I guess Kenny Omega's the only EVP. But he's letting Tony Khan do all the work anyway, so that's cool. We had the Women's Casino Battle Royal Gauntlet match. I don't know who made their return in here. Let's see. We have Chris Statlander, Megan Bain, Will Nightingale, Tay Mello, Thicka, Julia Hart, Queen Amata, Mina, Athena, Dona Rosa, Sari, and Alex Windsor. I don't know who those two are. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who nobody made the return, nobody debuted. I was waiting for the Gauntlet match, returns and debuts. There wasn't a lot of them. It's only Juice Robinson and the Guns, but the Guns wasn't in the match. I don't think so. The winner of that match was Athena after she pinned Mina in the gauntlet match for a future shot at the Women's World Championship. So that's good for her. We had the Hurt Syndicate defending their tag team titles in a triple threat match. We have Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, and Speedball Mike Bailey, and Christian Cage and Nick Wayne. The winner of that match, and still your tag team champions, is the Hurt Syndicate. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a heel turn. Heel turn because this team already was a heel turn. Christian Cage and his team had a little problem with FTR because some reason they showed up and had a problem with Christian Cage. Christian Cage said, "Screw you guys, we're out of here." When Christian Cage was about to leave, Nick Wayne grabs Christian Cage and did the on prettier onto Mr. Christian Cage or Kill Switch. And then they, I guess everybody, Mama Wayne and Kip Sabian, all betrayed Mr. Christian Cage. They were about to do the chair sandwich thing until Colt made his return and attack everybody. And he told Christian, "Go find yourself. Not go F yourself, go find yourself." Because now, will we see Edge and Christian as a tag team in AEW? We don't know yet. We had Timeless Tony Storm with Luther versus Mercedes Moné for the Women's Championship. The winner of that match, and still your Women's Champion, Timeless Tony Storm. I thought Mercedes might win this. And then we have Okada versus Kenny Omega in the winners take all, unified for the Continental and the International Championship into one belt as the Unified Championship. And the winner of the match, and your first ever Unified Champion, Okada. Why is Kenny Omega losing all the big ones? And then we got Hangman Adam Page versus Jon Moxley in a Texas death match for the AEW World Championship. Of course, the Death Riders have to get involved, but the returns. We got the return of Bryan Danielson. He was in a mask first, and then he did a knee, and then he took the mask off. And we got the return of Darby Allin. Oh, JoJo sang the song for Swiss Strickland, Bray Wyatt's wife. So we got Darby Allin and Bryan Danielson making a return, and your winner, and your new World Heavyweight Champion, Hangman Adam Page. And we finally get to see this championship out of a briefcase because Hangman took it out and raised it high. That was great. That was fun. I enjoy that part. Now we get to see what the World Heavyweight Championship looks like. Oh, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's AEW. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. But we do have NXT's Great American Bash now. We have Javon Evans. We had the contract signing between Joe Hendry, Trick Williams, and Mike Santana. Nothing big happened. They said their piece. They signed a contract. But they both agreed on something, that Trick Williams is not great for TNA, and he talks too much. And they put Trick Williams through a table. And then Dark State came out and started attacking the TNA guys. Not Trick Williams, because he's not a TNA guy. Ava wants to know what's going on, and Trick Williams says he's not part of those guys. So Ava made a match for Tuesday night that it would be Trick Williams, Joe Hendry, and Mike Santana in a 6-man tag team match against Dark State. Let's see what happens there. First up, the first match of the evening, we got Javon Evans versus Jasper Troy. I thought it was a pretty decent match. Jasper Troy was destroying Javon Evans the whole time, but Javon Evans gets the win with a roll-up. We have Sol Ruca with Zarya with versus Izzy Dame for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Will she be a 3-belt holder? Sure, he has 2. She has the Speed and the Women's North American title. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Tatum Paxley got involved. Zarya got involved. Even the referee was getting distracted. We thought it was over at the beginning of the match when Zarya and Tatum was arguing, and the referee was getting distracted, trying to break up the arguing. And then, ladies and gentlemen, We saw a sky high from Izzy Dame and try to get a pin. It didn't work out. But you join the winner of that match, and still your champion is Soruka. Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints for the Falls Count Anywhere match for the North American Championship. I thought it was a pretty decent match. These guys did everything they could. They used the barricade. They used trash cans. They used every weapon they could find. They even fought in backstage. But Ricky Saints accidentally bumped into Jasper Troy in the backstage because he was angry because he lost. And then he did a black hole slam onto Ricky Saints onto a case. And that's bad for Ricky Saints. And then at the end, to end this match, Ethan Page did all ego edge off the stage into 2 tables onto Ricky Saints, and he got the 1, 2, 3. My goodness. We have Oba Femi versus Yoshi for the NXT Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Briggs likes to get himself involved. The referee got knocked out. Josh Briggs hit Oba Femi with a championship. Yoshi did not know about it until he was wagging around and celebrating. Yoshi wants to do this with honor. Josh Briggs doesn't. So Josh Briggs took his chain off. The referee was getting up when he was trying to give the chain to him. But Yoshi said no. And then when Yoshi was about to get the pin, he got a near fall. Josh Briggs was celebrating. But he wouldn't get down. He wouldn't get off the apron until Oba Femi took him down and did his power bomb. He gets the win. Oba Femi's still the champion. And then we had an argument between Oba Femi and Josh Briggs, saying Yoshi wants to do things with honor. He doesn't. He says he will handle it on Tuesday. We have Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe versus Fatal Influence in a tag team match. Stacey Jane and Paula Hanley. I thought it was a pretty decent tag team match. Blake did. She showed very well. I thought she might do really bad because it's not AEW. She can't do a lot of crazy stuff, but she did a good job. But the winner of that match was Jordan Grace and Blake getting the win. Congrats for them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we got Saturday night's main event. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a lot happened in this match. Not a lot of things happened in Saturday night's main event, but in this match, there was a lot of things. Randy Orton with Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre with Logan Paul. Yes, we had to see Logan Paul again. And those guys like to argue, but at the end, Jelly Roll throws Logan Paul. It did not really do a move. Randy Orton gets the win because Drew McIntyre got distracted. And then a whole bunch of things happened in the ring. Logan Paul attacked Randy Orton. Jelly Roll punched Logan Paul. Jelly Roll was checking on Randy Orton, and then he got clayboard by Drew McIntyre. And in the backstage, Jelly Roll told Randy, I want both. Randy says to Captain Kelly, I got one word. SummerSlam. We will have Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. That is my least favorite match of the card. I'd rather see the world title matches. I'd rather see Tiffany Stratton versus Jay Cargill. I think that would be a great match. Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Great match. Jelly Roll in the match. I'm not happy with the celebrities being in the matches. We had Solo Sikoa versus Jimmy Uso for the United States Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. Jimmy Uso did a good job, but of course, the MFTs got involved. But the winner of that match, and still your United States Champion, Solo Sikoa. And ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Uso got attacked after the match by the MFTs and Solo. Jacob Fatu made his return and attack everybody. He had a stare down with Tala Tonga, and he flips him over the top rope. But Jacob Fatu needs more people to help him, not just Jimmy Uso. There's 4 of them. There's 2 of you. And Roman Reigns, we all know what Roman wants. Roman wants Seth Rollins because he's the one that injured him. So Roman Reigns is not going to help Jacob Fatu. He's going to get Seth Rollins. We got LA Knight versus Seth Rollins, and ladies and gentlemen, the sad part for this match, I don't think LA Knight was supposed to win. This match got cut short because Seth Rollins did a reversal and he landed on his leg and he dropped onto the ground, sat in the corner, the referee checking on him, there's a doctor checking on him. Seth says he's okay, but when Seth got up, he got the BFT from LA Knight to get the win. I don't think that was supposed to happen. I think he was actually hurt. He tweaked it. I don't know what happened, but I don't think that was supposed to happen, because even when LA Knight was celebrating, he wasn't celebrating like he won. He says, oh, I had to get it done. We didn't get it finished because Seth is really hurt. Sometimes they cancel the match, or they wave it off, or they let the other wrestler win. The one that's 100% win the match to end it quickly to end it, and let the guy get some medical care. So I don't know that was supposed to happen. We have Gunther versus Goldberg for the World Heavyweight Championship match. Even Gage, Goldberg's son, got involved when the referee got knocked out. Security got him out of there. But Goldberg did not win. Gunther retains the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh man, my voice hurts now. My voice hurts. Let me get a little drink. Ugh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 2K25 fixed the images, the custom images, but you have to reload, upload, or whatever you want to do it. I call it upload. You have to re-upload your wrestlers that lost all of their images. You have to re-download them. That's what I did. That's what I did the whole day yesterday. I re-downloaded every wrestler I had that lost their face paint, their mask, their tattoos. I replaced them all. There was a lot of them, and I need to make sure they have their moves, but they're in their tag team. I got multiple people in different universe modes, and has different tag team partners in different universe modes. So I had to make sure they have everything right as the old ones I have. And I got better versions of those guys. So I'm happy for that too. I got better versions of them. They look way better. There's some wrestlers I could replace, but I'm not going to replace them now. I want to play the game. I've been doing people's moves because they didn't have my guys' moves. I copied some people. Copied the wrestler from my old wrestler. Copied their moves, so that's easy to do. What I didn't know on creations of videos, I didn't know about this, but you could make pentas. You can make penta when he's not in the game yet. And there's an Aleister Black. Well, there's the beginning of Aleister Black's. I think it's the beginning. I think that I've never seen his Trons when he walks. I know there's like writing in the beginning, and that's that. So you could download that or create it and put it on your Aleister Black, and that Penta one you can put it on your Rey Fenix, because I think you would get the regular. It doesn't say Penta. It's just like it's like the background that says Penta in the front, and then the background is like the wings or something. I don't know. I don't think it's wings, but it's the background of his theme Trons. And then in the front of the Tron, it says Penta. So yeah, you can put that on your Rey Fenix if you want to. I don't know how to do it. I'm really bad at it. I suck at it. I don't know what I was doing. Because I tried to put it on wrestlers. It didn't work out. I don't know how to save it. I need to look up on YouTube. But that's all for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below. Hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow for Evolution. That's coming up tonight as well. Let's do this. That's all for today. Bye.